Batman the Detective, issue number 3. This really weird book continues. I say weird because there's nothing like it going on with Batman currently. And we have like 1,000 Batman books, and this one just happens to be the weirdest. You know, the artwork looks great. The writing is solid, but it's just really weird. This Batman is just super aggressive, hyperactive lunatic. And it works. This issue mostly takes place in the past, and that kind of helps the story. So, last issue, Henri Ducard, that's his name, correct? I don't know why I corrected myself, but yes, that's his name. Henri Ducard. He got shot by a lady, the evil Batman lady, who is what they call her, like the Equilibrium. I think that's the name we've all been calling her. He could be dead. Maybe he is dead. He is dead. By the end of this book, we'll learn that. But Bruce just breaks him into hospital like, this man's been shot a bunch, and we need to save him. And the doctor's like, how do you know the patient? So we spend a lot of time in the flashback. We start with, like, Bruce being interrogated while he's in France, and, like, this guy's like, have you been following me, American? Why are you following me? And when we see Ducard sitting there, like, nah, dude, he's been following me, and I've been following you. And so, like, this guy who, like, Ducard is after tries to shoot him, but Bruce stops it, and it's like, oh, you saved me the hassle, kid. Now what the hell can I do for you? Like, why have you been following me all this time? And Bruce is like, I need you to train me. I need to be trained by you so I can be just like you, but better, because that's everything. And the guy's like, well, okay. I mean, if you're gonna pay, what the hell? But we're not gonna do it today. We're gonna start tomorrow. So, you know, Henri has some drinks. Bruce is like, it's time to train. He's like, dude, it's like 7 in the morning. We're not training you till like noon. So at 3 p.m., Ducard's up, and he's like, all right, first lesson. If you want to like be like me, you got to do everything at night, because at night people it's like easier to hide. People are like less likely to be out. It's easier to find people. It's like, okay, this is kind of fun. Not really. I don't know. It's like a weird book. So then we just get like a bunch of like stuff with Ducard and Bruce solving some crimes, figuring everything out, and you're like, we're supposed to like Ducard, but he's kind of like a shady asshole, and you get it. So Bruce like gets too close to one investigation, like this case that Ducard's been working for a long time, and he gets tied up. He's about to die. Ducard comes in and saves him, and as he saves Bruce, he shoots the guy that kidnapped him in the head. Bruce is like, dude, we don't kill, and he's like, oh, you stupid kid, you and your morals, why are you like this? You're such a hypocrite, Batman. He doesn't say that, but it's pretty much exactly what he's thinking and saying. They get into a fight. They don't see each other for a while, and then it's like 10 years later. Bruce comes back to the city. He's Batman this time around, and he sees Henri standing over a dead body. He's like, you did this. He's like, no, I didn't, Bruce. I didn't do it. I'm here to stop the city from being blown up. Believe it or not, people don't actually want this place to go up in explosions. So shut up. Can you defuse the bomb? Yes, I can. Do it, Bruce. And we just see them talking later. Like, yeah, you're barely holding it together, Bruce. How are you like doing this? You are covered in bandages and scars. You are broken. You're just breaking down, dude. What is wrong with you? What? And it's like, okay. Then we see that this book, I don't know. This book to me is just so funny and weird. It's like, okay, we're going to spend all this time with Ducard and Bruce, like, at a young age and show up their relationship. Then when Bruce sees him again as an adult, he just, like, arrests him. He's like, I saw you murder a man. And he's like, what are you going to do, take me to the police? That's what he does. Then we cut to the present day where the police break in to find Bruce Wayne because he's being arrested for the murder of Henri Ducard. That's where the book ends. Yeah, it's pretty simple, and I don't know if there's like much I can say about this book. Like, there's just like key moments in here I think are very satisfying. Just the idea where Ducard's talking to Bruce, like, so you want to stop every bullet? He's like, that's the plan. He's like, well, that's a stupid plan, but I can tell you're serious about it. Just like, this guy is definitely not a good person, but Bruce can actually learn something from him. That's kind of interesting, I guess. And Tom Taylor's writing, it's good. You know, this book itself, though, is just, like, so aggressive and weird. I want everyone to take a nice look at, like, the final pages of Bruce Wayne. Like, he looks like a fucking monster. And I love every second of it because Bruce Wayne is a monster. Like, this guy just looks so, like, intimidating and buff and scary, and I think it's intense. This book is just all over the place. It's such a weird one. And it's like, Why was this the one when you said, okay, with Tom Taylor, when you said, I'm going to write a Batman book, why did you do like the most unhinged lunatic Batman, this guy just going around like doing all this weird stuff abroad, and then suddenly he like meets up with his old friend who's killed, he's framed for the murder, and we spend some time learning how Bruce was trained by this douchebag. It's just a weird choice for this book. I don't know. It's just weird to me. But it's not bad. Like, it flows well. You understand the way the story's being told. It's just so hyper aggressive and hyper violent where you're just like, whoa, let's take a moment. Is this supposed to be like someone's commentary on how loose of a character Batman is? How like he's so unhinged that at any moment he could snap and just become like this raging lunatic? Because that's what it feels like. This Batman just feels so close to breaking everything. It's weird. It's disturbing at times, but I don't hate it. It's just a really weird portrayal, and that Bruce is just so chonky. It's such a weird book. And yeah, Henri's dead, and we spend most of the time just seeing how Bruce and him have history. That's about it. Some of you will like it, some of you won't, but it's not going to be for everyone. It's just a solid Batman book that's a little bit different than the other ones we've seen before. I don't have anything else to say on it other than just what is happening, why does this exist, and I guess I'm glad it exists in the world where we got a bunch of weird Batman books. Make the weirdest one, Tom Taylor. Be my guest. So, Batman the Detective, issue number 3, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.